was really muddy the first couple practices, so we kind of skipped the first round. So this is kind of like the first you'll see of me actually on the bike. So yeah, about to go up for my practice. I think the track's pretty good right now. I feel like some of the spots are a little deeper than the others and some are hard packed. So, you know, we're just gonna go out there, feel what the track is, and then I'll have another practice after that. So I'm excited to hop on the track. The one tabletop has my eye a little bit because it's like pretty big and it just looks kind of sketchy when you watch. So hopefully when I go out there, it's gonna be feel super small. So happy to ride a track that my dad's rode before. It's gonna be so sick. I asked him, like, you got any Ironman tips? He's like, just whole shot and just ride your best. So good advice from Chad.
And you get 2 practices, so
yeah. This one, and it'll be a quick turnaround.
Yeah, it'll be a quick in and out.
No idea how hard it was. Dude, it's not even the track conditions because I started like figuring it out. But dude, when you go out there, usually when you go out there for the first time, the track's pretty fresh. Bro, the track's baked and it was my first time out there. So, bro, I had no clue where I was going. And I went out front, so everyone's just like watching me. And I'm like the biggest goon, bro. Bro, trying to learn the track hammered is so hard.
God, these airbags went off in that little... So sweaty.
Bro, it's this thing, man. So it just like keeps all the sweat.
Maybe I should wear it because I'm freezing.
Whoever that kid was in front of you, you held your own with him, even on your second lap of doing a lap. He just ate you up in the sand. So just be clever in the rollers to not sand.
And I can't get enough pop for like, so I need to be in second maybe. Riding a track for the first time, having it so gnarly is so tough.
That's cool. Throwing it in the deep end.
Literally. I drowned the first lap and I swam myself back up to the top. So scary. But when you go to the bridge, when you head down to staging, it's kind of sick because it's like a GNCC. Like that's where they race. Or like went.
All right, we'll sign you up for GNCC.
better tomorrow. We're racing at a pro event. Pro event means make the track as deep and wet as possible so that they don't have to do any work to it and water it at any point during the day. That's literally what they do. With that concept, you have to understand that that's all normal. They think that that's bad and it's a good racetrack. I think it'll be better tomorrow, but I wouldn't plan on thinking that it's going to be all no ruts and things like that. I really believe that that's normal. That's what these people think is cool. So it is what it is.
Do you think it's cool?
What? The track? I mean, that track layout's sick. It's just rough.
Yeah, what do you think?
Like, the jumps look like they would be, like, big, but then they're small. Coming in tomorrow, I feel like I can know the track, so I just need to do my best.
Okay.
Done.
What a day. What a way to end it. Good job, Ellie.
I'm here all weekend. I will happily blow off your stuff.
So, yeah, for the most part, we're all cleaned up. And I will see you tomorrow bright and early, I'm sure. A couple laps of practice and get ready to drop some gates.
At Mountain Motorsports, we don't just sell power sports, we sell opportunities for adventure. Mountain Motorsports operates 10 dealerships across Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama with tons of in-stock inventory of motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, watercraft, and more. It's our mission to help you find and customize the perfect machine for you and your riding style. Not only are we committed to getting you on the perfect machine, but with over 200 years of combined experience in our service departments, we also support you through every step of your adventure ahead. Together, we make the road less traveled the most thrilling adventure of your life.
Good morning, we're back here at Ironman. It's race day. I have my 250 Limited and 450 Limited that I'm going to be doing this weekend. I think we might be able to get through first round and maybe second round. So I just want to get some good starts and finish top 6. So nothing else to add. Just need to get good starts and ride good.
fixing it so it doesn't even matter right now. But like you come down, you hit the rut, then you come over, you hit every bump, you go on the very inside, and it's just like, you can't even lean because everything's there, and then it's like, what, what, Liam told you that the outside's good, so you're just committed to that every lap? You know, it's like, dude, you gotta move around the racetrack, especially when you're that far back. Like, at that point, you have nothing to lose. Like, it's over at that point, so figure something out.
bunched up in the one corner. So then trying to get around them with like only like a few ruts is it's quite difficult. So I got around them. Then I was just trying to put in some decent laps, and the goal was just to be top 16 so we can make it to a moto. So, you know, you never wish for that at a regional, but, you know, kind of where we're at. But yeah, I rode a lot better. I'm getting a lot better every moto, so I kind of got past just a little bit at the end because I think I just rode a little too defensive and kind of just pumped up a little bit. So now we have some LCQs to do, so that's never great, but you know, we get some more time on the track, so sometimes you can't complain.
If the hips start, I think you're gonna get the flow to the track. What would that be?
Oh, there it is.
Get that thing, send it in, try to find a line that you're on. And remember, when this is over, like come straight down here because you'll be going straight to the gate. I'll have to try to get down here and get your gate, like be ready to go. experience, and then when we go to the next regional, it's like you got to start off Moto 1 just like that and have confidence in yourself. It was good. It's fun to watch when you start to ride like that. It's good.
It's funny because he had his own lines and I had my own, and so it was like fun. And then he was showing me some like better lines because he's a bit like shorter, so like the bumps are just a bit more like that. And then he found like some of the lines and like the bumps are all lower, and I was like, oh, that's so much better.
I promise you, the guys in 25th place do not teach you anything. Honestly, it was a good day. For me, it kind of just started yesterday. Like it was a tough start to yesterday. I think that we didn't find the rhythm, the flow right away, and I think that kind of bled over into today. The later motos, he rode well. My expectation isn't to come and win these things. It's just, I just want to see, his best riding, his best performances, and the last 3 rides were it for me. For me, it's not a number. It's how it looks. It looked good, but then also the lap time matches that as well. So we got our money's worth early on. We hit all the bumps and got all the, added the racetrack, and then at the end there, he rode really well. So that, for me, that's it. You just roll that over into tomorrow and tackle tomorrow as a new day, and that's the new, right? Like the new speed going forward, and just carry that. Good starts as well. I think that always helps when you have track position. So tomorrow they're gonna be full gates. 42 guys on the gate. So which will be his first time on big bikes. So be important to launch out and get after it. So time to wash bikes and get ready for tomorrow.
Good morning.
Today's gonna be a good day. It's the last day, so we should give it our best.
Got some confidence after yesterday.
No, I'm feeling a lot better on the track. Just didn't really have as much time on the track. It kind of started with the practice, and then yesterday wasn't the greatest, and then we started feeling a lot better. So I feel like I've gotten a lot better at the track. So just need to get good starts. That's basically it. I know I can ride that pace. I just need to get a good start. jumped the gate, flinched, so I was cooked. But then the second moto, which was 250B, I got a better start. I was like mid-pack, about 15th to 17th, I think. The rollers, I started getting a little bit better. I was hitting them in second, so I could get more of a pop, and that started working for me. So, you know, the track's really rough, so, you know, I was just trying to do my best out there, and that was, I wouldn't say that was my best, but I had flashes. Like, the first 2 laps were probably, like, really good, so.
There are a whole lot of nerves and emotions that come with racing, period, right? I kind of like take it like, whatever. But then you get to these regionals and you're like, wow, there's really a lot of talent, fast kids, and it's just like the pressure's on, right? But I kind of also am like, I don't know, I just have patience with Tate in the fact that it's like he just moved up. He had an injury during whatever. We've had a craziness with our family with Kaya's injury and moving. Taking all those things into context, I literally kind of like had a choked up moment where he rode the 250B class, because again, that's a really, really awesome class of kids and talented and really just established racers. And so I'm like, for him to be in there for one is crazy to me, because I feel like everything's just fast forwarded so quickly. So to be amongst that, I'm really proud, but also we came to learn, and that's what he's doing. And so the exposure, the learning, the level makes me happy. Again, who doesn't want to win? I want to win right now, and I want him to be as aggressive as the guys out there and throwing it around and doing all these things, but it doesn't happen overnight. And I think that's what people like lose sight of. Like, it's not some magic, like it just all of a sudden happens. Like, I don't want to skip those parts, and I don't want him out there riding over his head and doing something dumb either. So the day has kind of gone expected for me. I know Chad has high levels of expectations, and he always will. Kind of have to remind him not to be the fun police, because I mean, he spent a lot of years on the podium, and if he was second, he was mad. His journey is his, and he has to learn it. He has to go through it. You can't shortcut it. You can't just take Chad's head and put on his. He has to go through it. So we're all just watching him go through it, and it's like the highs and the lows and all the feelings. And yes, of course we want to win, and of course we want him to be aggressive and win, but it takes time. And that's, I guess, for kids at home or anyone's doing anything, it's like you have to understand, you have to put the work in, and nothing's magic. And you don't just own a business one day and it's like the best business in the world. You know, it takes time, and you have to stay at it. And so even when it feels really, really hard, and you're like, to stay with it and keep working and see the results. You know, he's gonna fast forward a year from now and look back at this and be like, oh my gosh. That's the point, right? And that's why we wanted to do this, is to show the journey, and the real journey, not just the already established racer. You know, it's like, okay, just see what unfolds. And so we're watching the same movie you are.
Yeah, let's go race.
Yeah, let's go racing for sure.
That's my boy.
That's your brother.
But that's my boy.
Give him a hug so he gets on.
No, Cleo. No, turn the camera off. Get the camera off me, lad.
I'd say I give all my whole shot experience to you, but
Yeah, but
I have
me and
none.
Chad don't
So
like
I'm just giving you
hugs.
love.
So we don't like hugs. So no.
Oh my god, he almost crashed into the truck.
You don't like dial this out.
the least experienced, and so fitness and experience is what we're here for. You can only do it by racing and getting amongst it. So we will keep at it. Now you know. Welcome to motocross. Gotta love it. Those beautiful tracks. Amazing. So
Rode a pro track. They're pretty cool, huh? So fun to ride.
Gnarly, huh?
it's
Some
so
things that like I see
Oh my
being
God,
able to
what
be
happened?
next to the track is wow.
I'd be lying if I didn't want those positions and those rides every time. It's really doing the work, is doing it the hard way. The slow way is hard. You know, like when you start getting the fundamentals, Tate has better fundamentals than a majority of the kids winning the races. That makes me excited because I study, I watch everybody. And so now it's just about putting it together. And I believe that Ellie and I, over the last year, have been really figuring out how to put the program together. And finally now, I feel like we're in a window. Now it's just time to do the work. I think that's the fun part. That's where I think Ellie and I can contribute to him. We have not worked on fitness and all those things. You know, he's only 15. He's got a lot of growing to do, and so I'm not a believer of that. Not like I would see a lot of kids lifting and all these things, and it's not what I want to do. You know, it's getting there, scratching the surface. So, successful weekend. As far as what we wanted to achieve, taking my kid home in one piece. As a dad, that's always a good thing. So now it's about, you know, do we go and do the work together and I get ready? Or do I put him through and be the drill sergeant? So we'll see.
Next one, Sugar Tree.
Next one is Sugar Tree. 3 weeks, 2 weekends off, 3 weeks. So you really, you know, you got 2.5 weeks. I'm not gonna get fitter in 2.5 weeks, but I need to be able to put the work in and start to feel like I ride on a regular basis. You know, like I always ride a day and then I miss a week and then I ride maybe 2 days and then miss 2 weeks. It's not ideal training schedule. We'll see. I am so on the fence. I don't know which way it's gonna go, but I need to teach him. I want him to learn a certain way of how to do it, and I think it's gonna, you know, there's no way to do that outside of doing it with him. So anyway, time to get to work. It's time. I'm excited, and tune in soon and see what's up. I think we're about to figure out, you know, that just the next steps, whether I race or not. I think it's going to be a fun part for him to start dig in and start going into, you know, finding a new level.